They say legends are born from the shadows, not from grand stages or loud applause. But in our quiet town, it wasn't a man nor a hero who became unforgettable. It was a cat, and not just any cat. A cat who came when no one called, who vanished when answers were needed most, and who left behind a mystery we still can't explain. No one owned him, but he owned every secret in this town the night Ash arrived. The rain came down in sheets, drumming relentlessly on the rooftops of Elm Ridge. No one remembers exactly when they first saw him. Some say he appeared as if from the shadows themselves, materializing atop the old church's steep roof. Jet black fur soaked and glistening under the moonlight, his eyes like pale moons reflecting a silent wisdom no human could understand. He didn't run, didn't hide. He simply watched. At first, Ash was nothing more than a stray, a ghost slipping between alleyways and farmyards, ignored by most and feared by a few. He never meowed or made a sound, as if words were useless in a world that barely noticed him. Nobody dared to approach, for his gaze held a strange intensity, like he knew things better left forgotten. Within days of Ash's arrival, strange occurrences began to ripple through the town. The first was the fire at the lumberyard. No one could explain it. The fire started in the middle of the night with no lightning, no careless spark, and no suspect. Yet, several witnesses swore they saw a black figure calmly step out of the smoke, unburned and unhurried. Ash! Children whispered that Ash was watching their dreams, understanding their deepest fears. The elders, who had lived long enough to remember old superstitions, claimed he was a guardian, or perhaps a warning, sent to protect or punish. Some even said Ash could read their thoughts, appearing just before disaster struck. Despite the unease he brought, Ash never harmed anyone. He didn't beg for food or shelter, yet he was always near when trouble brewed. A silent sentinel perched on fences or sitting under street lamps, his presence both a comfort and a warning. The townspeople couldn't decide whether to be grateful or afraid. The silent watcher had arrived, and with him came the unnerving sense that nothing in Elm Ridge would ever be the same again. As days passed, Ash became more than just a mysterious visitor. He became a presence no one could ignore. Strange things started happening around Elm Ridge, and with every unexplained event, whispers grew louder, twisting into rumors darker than the night itself. Tools disappeared from sheds without a trace. Chickens vanished from coops. Even the old miller's dog, known for his fierce loyalty, was found trembling at the edge of the forest, refusing to enter. And everywhere, always nearby, was Ash, his cold, unblinking eyes watching from the shadows. People tried to explain it away, blaming thieves or wild animals. But the timing was too strange, the connection too clear. The townsfolk noticed that Ash never crossed the paths of those who were kind to him, but those who shouted or threw stones at him often found themselves facing strange misfortunes soon after. The turning point came when young Thomas, a curious boy with a stubborn streak, started talking in riddles no one could understand. His eyes seemed distant, as if something else spoke through him. He told stories of a silent guardian with eyes like lanterns, who warned him of unseen dangers lurking in the dark. Fear began to twist into something more complex. Respect mixed with dread. Some neighbors left scraps of food on their porches, hoping to appease Ash. Others whispered prayers, hoping to keep the shadowy figure protection, or at least his distance. But the truth remained a secret locked in Ash's gaze. No one could say if he was friend or foe, protector or harbinger doom. The line between superstition and reality blurred, and the town found itself caught in the uneasy balance of waiting for the next sign, and wondering if Ash would be the cause or the cure. In the quiet moments just before dawn, some claimed to hear the softest sound, a whisper in the dark, as if Ash himself was calling the town to pay attention, to prepare for what was coming. The storm came without warning, fierce and unforgiving. Dark clouds swallowed the sky, and thunder roared like the wrath of the heavens. Elm Ridge, usually calm and quiet, was suddenly gripped by panic. The old weather station had predicted heavy rain, but no one expected the fury that descended that night. Lightning cracked through the sky, illuminating the trembling faces of the townsfolk as they hurried to secure their homes. The river swelled angrily, and the earth trembled beneath their feet. The most dangerous threat was a northern hill. Unstable and heavy with rain-soaked soil, it threatened to collapse and bury the homes at its base. In the chaos, Ash appeared. For the first time, the silent watcher broke his silence. His usual quiet gaze was replaced by a desperate, urgent howl that cut through the storm's roar. People froze, unsure whether to run or listen. The cat's cry was not just a sound, it was a command. Ash darted through the rain, leading a group of children who had been trapped outside near the hill. His sharp eyes scanned the darkness as he guided them, moving with an almost supernatural confidence. Behind them, the earth gave way with a thunderous crash. The hill collapsed, sending mud and rock tumbling down like a wave of destruction. Seconds later, the homes at the foot of the hill were buried, but the children were safe, led away just in time by Ash's mysterious warning. Relief washed over the town, mixed with awe and disbelief. The cat, who had brought so much fear, had saved their youngest and most vulnerable. But as dawn broke over the wreckage, Ash was nowhere to be found. The muddy paw prints that marked his path led to the edge of the forest and then vanished into the shadows. No one ever saw him again. Some say Ash was a guardian spirit, sent to watch over Elm Ridge in its darkest hours. Others believe he was a curse, appearing only when disaster was near. But one thing is certain. The cat who became a local legend left a mark deeper than any paw print. In Elm Ridge, his story is told in hushed voices by the fireside, a reminder that sometimes the smallest watchers hold the greatest power, and that legends can come on silent paws sometimes. The greatest protectors come in the quietest forms, unseen and misunderstood. True strength isn't always loud or obvious. It can be found in patience, vigilance, and the willingness to act when it matters most. Fear and mystery often mask the kindness and courage that keep us safe. Never underestimate those who watch silently from the shadows. They might be the heroes we need when the storm comes.